Welcome, folks in Reno. This is the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Reno Virtual College Fair. We're glad you're with us tonight. We do have 6 schools ready to present to you in this 45-minute block of time. A couple housekeeping items, and then I'll introduce the schools and let them take it away from here. So the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen is fully live and functional. Please do use that to pose your questions to the participants and the panelists. They will answer you accordingly and privately. Your camera and microphone are off, so they cannot see you or hear you. I do want to encourage you, there are 2 more blocks after this 45-minute session block, and if you have the opportunity to sign up for more sessions, I encourage you to do that. And last, this is being recorded, and the recording of this particular 45-minute block will be on the website and link that you registered for this particular session on. Okay, so I'm about to turn it over to our 6 presenters. Each of them gets 6 minutes to present. They will go in order. Our first school is Illinois Institute of Technology. Then you'll hear from the University of Illinois, Champaign, Urbana. Bard College would be 3rd, Carroll College 4th, Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design in the 5th spot, and then Savannah College of Art and Design will round us out in this particular block. So I thank you guys for joining us, and I'm going to turn it over to Will. You can take it away.
Awesome. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for being here this evening. Again, my name is Will, and I'm one of the admissions counselors at the Illinois Institute of Technology. And as you can see on the screen, and you may already know, Illinois Tech is located in Chicago. We are just a few minutes from the immediate downtown core of the city. So our students have very quick, easy access to downtown Chicago, and they definitely take advantage of that. We are a smaller sized institution with just about 3,000 undergraduate students. We have representation from all across the US, as well as 80 different countries at Illinois Tech. So definitely a place where you're going to find a nice diverse community. You're going to find a place where you can find your niche and your set of individual friends. Our students are predominantly from the Midwest, but we do have about 40% of the students being from outside of Illinois, including at least a few students from your specific region in the last few years that I know of are on campus. We are home to about 45 different majors at Illinois Tech. So some of those things that you automatically think of when you hear tech school. So engineering, computer science, architecture, those are absolutely available and at the top of the list in terms of enrollment. In terms of our engineering program, you've got 10 different types of engineering available, everything from mechanical to biomedical, civil, architectural engineering, lots of great options. Our College of Computing, which just launched this fall, is home to both our computer science, our artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, a lot of different niche opportunities there as well. And then you do see we have a business school as well as a human science focused program. Now, some of the things about your academic experience, you are going to get to know your professors very well at Illinois Tech. They teach your courses, they serve as your academic advisors, and hopefully you're making connections with them outside of the classroom as well. We are absolutely a place where we're going to challenge you to do a lot of hands-on learning. We want you to take the basic concepts you're learning and then apply them. And so we facilitate that in a lot of ways. Some of them you see on the screen here. Our undergraduate research program is one of the definite ways that our students get a chance to do that. Being involved in research as early as their first year on campus. It's all about what you personally want to get out of that experience. We have students who stay on the campus in the summer months doing research as well through our summer research fellows program. If research is not exactly what you want to do, but you just want to get that hands-on exposure, interprofessional projects, or iPro, is another great pathway. This is something we launched over 20 years ago at Illinois Tech, and it allows all of our students to get a full year of hands-on problem-solving experience. So you work in small interdisciplinary teams, solving a problem of your choosing, coming together with students from different backgrounds to bring the best of your individual major. The last thing you see here on this slide is our Elevate program, and this is all about getting you off campus. We have iPro, we have research, but there's a whole world of opportunities, and we want you to take full advantage of those. So helping you to find study abroad experiences, helping you to think about internships, or maybe taking a full term off and doing a co-op. All of those are housed within Elevate, and we have dedicated advisors who help our students explore those options, and also for some students, the opportunity to help with financial support through our Elevate grants as well. Now, it's not all academics at Illinois Tech. We do want our students to have a full, well-rounded experience at the university. So we make sure that you have a lot of opportunities to get involved outside of the classroom. Over 160 different clubs that you can be a part of. Even though we are a smaller institution, you've got plenty of things you can do. Some of those are going to be things like religious, cultural organizations. They may be advocacy groups, groups who give back to the community, or in a lot of cases, they can actually be academic focused clubs. We have a Society for Machine Learning. We have our civil engineers group who build a concrete canoe and compete against other colleges. So all of those types of opportunities do exist for students. Talking about competitiveness, we also have our both intramural athletics as well as NCAA Division III athletics on campus, and a thriving esports program. We compete in about 38 different competitions, and we actually just in the last year and a half gave them a dedicated space on campus for esports as well. Another big thing you'll note there, we do have scholarship opportunities for our esports students. Now in Illinois Tech, we do provide housing all 4 years for students. We want you to take full advantage of your experience, and we know one of the ways to do that is by staying on campus. We've got a lot of different options for you: apartment style, traditional dormitory, as well as a suite style residence hall, which is the one that you see on the screen there. Now, in terms of the application process, we try to make it as simple as we can for you. We are a Common App institution. We are test optional this year. And basically, we're going to ask you for your high school transcript, as well as a minimum of 1 letter of recommendation, maximum of 3. What we're looking for in that review process is, are you a fit for your individual major? You start out directly in your major in year 1. So we want you to make sure you're going to be a good fit. Now, I do recommend applying before November 15th, if at all possible. That's going to give you the best scholarship consideration at Illinois Tech, but we do have a rolling admissions process through senior year. Now, in terms of scholarships, you are automatically considered for all of the awards at the university, starting with our HEALD scholarship, and then going all the way up to our Camrus Award, which is a full tuition scholarship. If you apply before November 15th this year, we are guaranteeing all seniors who are admitted a $25,000 scholarship that is automatically renewable all 4 years. Now, there's a few other scholarships you see listed at the bottom half of the page there, things like our architecture awards or leadership based, as well as that esports scholarships. So I definitely encourage you to take some time, jump on our website, look at some of the events and webinars we have coming up, lots of opportunities for you to connect with our professors and see if Illinois Tech might be the right place for you. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about that scholarship program as well. But thank you so much for being here tonight.
That's great. Thanks, Will. Next up is James from the University of Illinois in Champaign, Urbana. James, you're up.
Hold on. Can you see my screen by chance?
Not yet, but go ahead and give it a try again.
Hold on. Let me see.
There you go.
There I go. Okay. From beginning. All right. My name is James Gilby. I'm with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, and I am based in Fullerton, California. A little bit about the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. We were founded about 150 years ago. We are a land grant university, which is great because one, it gives us a lot of land, and 3 cool things about a land grant university that a lot of universities don't have. We have a medical school, a law school, and a vet school all on our campus. So, I mean, we do have a lot of options. We see that power of the I. To me, that I means individuality and innovation at the University of Illinois. Individuality, I think for a large state flagship school, we give a lot of innovation or individuality to our students. And certain ways we do that within our academic college, our large amount of student involvement activities that students get participate in, our undergraduate research, since we are a tier 1 university. So there's plenty of options for students to get involved in. And I always tell students, it's really up to you if you want to get involved. And then innovation. We've been innovators for a long time. Some facts about the University of Illinois innovation creations were the Mosaic web browser was founded on our campus. That led to some other internet companies were founded from our alumni. Yelp, YouTube, PayPal, minus Elon Musk, were all alumni from the University of Illinois. LEDs, MRIs, transistors were all creations from the University of Illinois. So innovation has been a big part of us. We also came out with our own saliva-based test for our students for COVID-19. Our students are tested twice a week. We have a large population of students that are on campus right now, and that's from innovation. That was created at the University of Illinois. We have a very high rate of testing going on. So I feel like that is showing a lot of innovation. Here, this is where we're located. We're about 2.5 hours south of the Chicagoland area. We're not that far from Minneapolis, about the same distance, and St. Louis. So we're right in the middle. So it's not that hard to get to. If you're coming from Reno, take a flight to Reno, to Dallas, or to Chicago. We have our own airport at the University of Illinois, right outside. It's called Willard Airport. But a lot of students will drive down. Be careful. There are a lot of state police on that highway going straight down from Chicago, but we're not that far away. You can look at both residency and our campus profile. Our resident sees around 25% for non-resident, which is quite high for the Big Ten, puts us right in the middle as well. And our international population is quite large. And if you can look at our campus profile, we just have around 34,000 undergraduates. We are big on diversity, and I think it helps because where we're located with the Chicagoland area, being so close, and also the amount of students that we recruit outside of the state of Illinois, and even my area of California, we bring in about 380 students per year. We're represented with 50 U.S. states and 113 countries, so you're always going to be around someone that is from a different culture, speaks a different language than English as their first language. So it's a very pretty cool group. This is the most important page. I always tell students, these are academic communities, very diverse. We're well known for the Granger College Engineering. We have a lot of top 10 majors in that: computer science, civil, mechanical, nuclear, plasma. Those are some highly, I'd say more competitive programs than some of our other colleges. Keys College of Business is also one of our well-known business schools, or one of the well-known business schools in the country. Accounting, finance, entrepreneurship, and when students apply to business, they come in as undeclared. ACES, which is on that top left, it's our agriculture, consumer, environmental sciences. That's where our 1,000-acre farm is located, where our vet school is. Some tech-savvy programs there. Our largest college is the College of Liberal Arts. Some really cool programs there. Our CS Plus programs, which are computer science and a lot of double degrees with anthropology, geology, economic stats, just to name a few. Animal science, we just added. Those were started in the early 90s. So we've had those programs for quite a while. Molecular, cellular biology, biochemistry, some well-known programs also in the liberal arts college. College of Fine Arts, because we're not that far from Chicago, we're great. We have great programs in music and film, theater, and then the School of Design with our architectural program. But we have 100 different programs, or 150 majors, and 12 different academic colleges. So I always tell students there's plenty to be found. This is our major, UIUC major exploration. So if you just Google UIUC major exploration, you can see a plethora of different majors. And just even looking on that shows just some differences of what we even have right there. We have ag, accounting, actuary science, industrial design. You go in there and it's going to give you even more information from what the students are going to be learning within that major. We're big on student involvement. We have Research Park, 150 companies on 130 acres right on our campus. Well-known companies, the ones I named: YouTube, Yelp, Amazon, Verizon. We have a large enterprise works building, 42,000 square foot building, just for startups and getting students connected with opportunities to start their own business. Jobs and internships are a really big part of at UIUC. We're in a Big Ten. Football's getting better. Played a bowl game last year. Basketball is going to be legit. We have a leadership office as well. We want students to be involved as much opportunity with leadership on our campus. Intramurals for fun. Club sports are more competitive, especially water polo, rugby, both men's and women's, and lacrosse and men's soccer is really competitive. We are big on global experience. We work with 133 different programs outside of the U.S. And 66 colleges with our study abroad program. So great experience if you want to do that. I'm somewhat of a graduate of a great program with that. These are two other programs. Look at Illini Success as well. That's a 3-year trends. And then this is our application process for the last 20 seconds I'll let you look at. These are application dates. We have one notification date. Our SAT and ACT is test optional. How to apply My Illini Coalition. If you have any questions, reach out to me. It's Jay, as in James, Gilby, Gilby, @illinois.edu. Thanks so much for listening. And stop.
James, outstanding. Thanks so much. And I'm gonna turn it over to Colrick from Bard College. Colrick?
Hello, everybody. My name is Colrick Greathouse. I'm Assistant Director of Admission and the West Coast Coordinator for Bard College, typically based in Los Angeles. Although with the pandemic and everything going on, I decided to hunker down with family instead of hunkering down alone. And that's definitely made a big difference. So Bard is a private college for the public good. And so what that means for us is that we have a national and international network of campuses and programs that support our work in environmental and social justice, as well as access to education. We do this work on a local, national, and a global level. And beyond education, we're preparing and providing opportunities for students to engage in that same work. In fact, a major example of that is we were the first college in the country to offer a major in human rights. So there are two examples that I typically like to share, and my colleagues who I work with in California on this call have heard this a million times, so apologize. But for those of you who haven't heard it before, my two examples are, one, we have 2 farms and an orchard on campus that supply more than 20,000 pounds of produce every year to our dining hall, community farm stand, and donations to local food banks and shelters. And then we also, seemingly unrelated, run the largest degree granting prison education program in the country. It's called the Bard Prison Initiative. In fact, there's a documentary about it released about a year ago, produced by Ken Burns and PBS, called College Behind Bars. And definitely encourage you to check that out if you want to find out more information about that program. It's available on pbs.org, as well as Netflix and Amazon Prime Video if you have access to those streaming services. So what do these two examples have in common, the farm and this prison education program? Both of those programs and initiatives were started by Bard students. So those are just two of the myriad examples of ways that you can make a positive impact on the world through our campus, all the while studying your passion. Our students tend to be characterized as oriented towards social justice and civic engagement. We were recently voted by ranked by Washington Magazine as top 10 in the country for student voting. We're also 12th in the nation in US News and World Report for first year experience, and 4th in the nation for most innovative colleges. So we're really, really proud of those. We don't typically play in rankings, but those are interesting. I find those interesting. We have about 1,900 students on our 1,000-acre campus in the historic scenic Hudson Valley of New York. We have a 9-to-1 student faculty ratio. Our average class size is about 14. And we have only full-time faculty teaching our courses at Bard, so no graduate assistants or TAs, which means that our faculty depend on undergraduate participation in research. So if you're interested in research, whether it be in STEM, political philosophy, art history, whatever, you're going to have opportunities to do research. We have a Center for Curatorial Studies. We have the Levy Economics Institute, economic think tank, and undergraduate and master's level economics. Conservatory of Music with a 5-year dual degree program if you're interested in classical study and you want that conservatory experience, as well as film, photography. I talked about our network, so I'm going to skip through these. These are all of our fields of study. And something that I'll highlight here is actually the longest list of any of these is under the interdivisional programs. And that is because it is so easy to double or joint major because of the openness of our curriculum. And so a lot of these programs are created over time because students have made their own happen. Some new fields that aren't listed on here because they're just starting out this year. One, architectural studies. We're really excited about that. And that combines art history, physics. So you have the sort of design element as well as the study of architecture in general. And then also we've added voice to the undergraduate repertoire in the conservatory, whereas previously you had to do just the Bachelor of Arts in Music in order to study voice. Just some facts and figures for those who are interested. We have an incredibly diverse student body given our size of only 1,900 students. 40% of our students identify as students of color. We still are a predominantly white institution. There's no way around that. But we work really hard to increase access and equity across the board. About a fifth of our students come from outside the United States, and another fifth actually come from the West Coast. So you would not be alone in coming from Reno. What else to add on here? We have a variety of different residence halls on campus, and our residential life program is it's very tailored to you. So we have all of our students fill out a housing profile, and you're actually hand matched with a roommate based on your interests and preferences and things like that. And then study abroad is also really popular at Bard. In fact, we have a unique opportunity for first-year students to study abroad on our campus in Berlin, Germany. So if you're interested in kind of, you know, a walk through the woods with your morning tea, reading under a tree, swimming in the waterfall on a hot day on campus, then we may be the place for you. We're on the Common App. And I will highlight that our interviews are full for the early round, but we do still have space in our immediate decision plan. So if you want an immersive application experience where you get an interview, a seminar with faculty, and a virtual campus tour all from the comfort of your couch, then I encourage you to check out the immediate decision plan. And I look forward to connecting with you further. I'm going to pass it on to my next colleague.
Okay, hey, thanks, Ulrich. I am going to turn it over to Julia from Carroll College. All right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia Malmo, and I am the admission counselor from Carroll College. I actually just graduated from Carroll in May, so I'm excited to share more about Carroll with you today. So Carroll College is located in Helena, Montana, and our population is in Helena is about 32,000, but if you scrape up all the towns around us in the valley, it's about 60,000. So Helena is definitely that small town feel, but we are the state capital, so there's always a lot going on, lots of outdoors opportunities, but as well as like local shops, coffee places, ice cream. There's an indoor carousel, movie theater, and a lot of that is right in downtown Helena, which is really close to campus. So it's all walking distance. It's just really a fun community atmosphere where you can't really walk around in Carroll gear without getting questions about how you like being a student there, what you're studying, or where you're from. Like the Helena community really does support Carroll students, which is really cool. We are really proud of our academic excellence here at Carroll. So we have just been voted best in the West with US News for 10 years in a row. So we're the only institution to ever do that. So really proud of that. But with that, we have about 34 different majors offered at Carroll. And we have a lot of students that double major or have a bunch of minors. We work well with our students to kind of fit the best education and the best goals that you have. We are also a liberal arts college. So with that, you'll be taking a variety of courses as well as the ones in your major. It kind of just allows for you to have broader perspective, to learn different things, kind of step outside of your comfort zone, but overall just be a more well-rounded student. So like I was a math major at Carroll, but I also had to take classes in like communications and philosophy and theology. And it really just helped me to think a little bit differently, meet new people, and just kind of develop new skills that I wouldn't have if I had been at a different school. Some of our top programs here are biology on the pre-med track. And we also have a lot of students in business, psychology, and anthrozoology, which is the study of the human-animal bond, and they focus with working with dogs and horses. So I minored in anthrozoology, and this dog on the screen here is Ruby. I fostered her for a year, and she lived with me on campus, and I did a lot of dog training with her. So those are some of our unique programs. We are a smaller school, so about 1,200 students, and our average class size is about 16. So you really get to know your professors. 100% of our classes are taught by professors. So you really get to know them, and they want us to see you succeed, not just in their class, but also outside of that. So they're helping you find internships, doing research, and just getting to know who you are as a person, which is really cool. Our motto at Carroll is not for school, but for life. So our faculty are really focused on getting students prepared for what comes after college. So being a mostly undergraduate institution, you have a lot of different research opportunities that normally would be handed to graduate students at bigger schools. But for us, you're getting them here, and they look really good on like medical school or graduate school applications. You're doing a lot of internships. Being the state capital, there's a lot of opportunities with the state government, as well as different local firms and businesses that just love to see Carroll students working there. We also have a lot of study abroad programs, as well as a lot of service trips. So we do service in Montana, throughout the United States, and also globally as well. So we have clubs like Engineers Without Borders that will do service projects in Africa, and they're working with communities there. And we also do like a immersion trip where we go work with some nuns in Chicago and work at a food bank there. So there's a lot of opportunities to get out of the classroom and get involved. Being in Montana, there's lots of great ways to get outside and enjoy Montana. So don't let the snow scare you away. There's fun things to do, like you can learn how to ski, snowboard, go backpacking, and then in the summer and the spring, you can do a lot of hiking and biking and fishing. Pretty much anything outdoors, we have access to it here in Montana. There's also a lot of things to do on campus. So if you're not into going outside or doing things like that, you can do be a part of our theater program, go watch theater productions. We are an NAIA school, so you can go support our Fighting Saints in the football stadium or on the volleyball court. We have a variety of different clubs. So any major that you're in, there's a club for you. You can also start a club if you're interested in that. Students live on campus at least for their first 2 years, if not the whole time. So it's a very community-based campus, and it's just a very like personal feel on campus. So you really get to know your peers, and it's just kind of one big Carroll family, which sounds really cheesy, but it's really how it is. We are a Catholic college as well, so we are diocesan, so we're linked to the Diocese of Helena. The cathedral is within walking distance of campus. There's lots of opportunities to grow in your faith, whether it be going to Mass with our chaplain, Father Mark, or going on retreats. We have a pilgrimage that goes to Rome and Assisi in Italy. And then there's also like Bible studies and things like that. So, but we're also ecumenical. So you don't have to be Catholic to attend school here. And it's kind of a meet you where you're at. So you can practice your faith in whatever way you see fit. So we offer a lot of different scholarships based on your high school performance and your test scores. We are test optional, and our application is open, and we are on the Common App. So if you want to snap a quick picture, my contact information, I would love to chat with you guys if you have any questions. So thank you.
Okay, Julia. All right, perfect. Next up is Juliet from Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. Juliet.
All right. Thank
take
you,
it away.
Earl. Is everything looking okay on your end? Okay. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the session for the Future Art Stars. My name is Juliet, and as an artist myself, I'm excited to share information with you tonight about the premier art and design college in Denver, Colorado, called Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design, also known as REMCAD. Now, there's no doubt a lot of you are feeling pressure to pick a college and get it right. And I want you to know that I totally empathize with you. It's not an easy time to be a teenager, but it'll be okay. You're here tonight, you're doing your research. And so in order to help you, I'm gonna share some of the overarching facts about REMCAD that you should know. And I'm also gonna be showing you examples of student work. So any of the work you see scrolling through the slides, that'll be done by students. Listed here are the Bachelor's of Fine Arts degrees to earn from REMCAD. Now you can expect to receive a quality, well-rounded education. These are all accredited degrees which are held to a high measure of accountability. These programs lead to a variety of different careers and are designed to teach you the skills of storytelling, sharpen your artistic techniques, voice, and vision. Also, a number of these courses spread across the humanities and liberal arts will help you with the breadth and depth of your critical thinking and the knowledge of the world around you, which will all intersect with your creative projects. Whether online or on campus, our commitment is to you and your future. So you might be asking the question, why art school? Can't I just learn what I need to learn through YouTube and tutorials? And the answer is this: 84% of the jobs in the creative industry are obtained through networking. So by attending events, connecting with other students, faculty members, and alumni, you're going to be building your network. So then the question to ask yourself is, why REMCAD? Well, we have small class sizes with hands-on instruction. We definitely have strong foundational classes that help students build their 2D, 3D, 4D skills, digital, fine art, critical thinking skills, and also our unique degree sequence was designed with the creative student in mind. You will only be required to take 2 classes at a time for each 8-week session. And this way you're going to be able to get a deeper exploration into your creative projects, ultimately relieving you from stress and anxiety of being in demand for too many other classes. I also wanted to acknowledge the mental health services that are available at REMCAD, since mental health is definitely at a premium right now. Other distinctions are, at REMCAD, you'll be taught by real artists, designers, and liberal arts professionals who have lived and worked in their respective industries. We celebrate originality as well. So if you're a little weird, that's okay. We consider weird to be wonderful, exciting, interesting, real, and different. So stay weird. That's what makes you unique. I definitely need to highlight our REMCAD Renew program, which allows you to continue upgrading your skills in your degree for free after you graduate. That's right, I said it, free. So imagine that return on your investment. Think about how much technology is going to change in the next 10, 20, 30 years. You're going to be able to stay on top of your game. And that's because at REMCAD, we have a lifelong learning philosophy. Students and alumni have access to our exclusive job board, which includes internships, professional development workshops, videos, career advising, all geared toward assisting the student to help them find the dream of their jobs. For instance, like the alumni featured here, Paul Trenny is quoted on how important it was to have been taught by experts in the field. Now, Paul Trenny is a talented graphic designer who works for Adobe now. He's going to be running some of the Max conference talks tomorrow, and he's teaching and promoting their software programs. You can find other alumni stories showcased on remcad.edu, where you will see other alumni have landed positions with Google, ESPN, BMW, DreamWorks, Disney, Pixar, Microsoft, just to name a few. And they say success comes from being involved. So these resources allow our students to work together to not only grow in their education, but allows for networking in the industries. Some of these events are open to the public, like the artist lectures hosted by the VASD program. And all of these events have been moved online this year, which leads me to answer the question how we've responded to the pandemic. We've developed a blended plus learning experience, which is hybrid learning, allowing students access to on-campus tools to provide opportunities for an all-encompassing, safe experience. Some campus resources available by appointment through our mobile app include the Sewing Lab, the Fab Lab, ceramics, wood shop, photography studios, darkroom, the library. And I put the library on there because it also has a student learning center in it, which offers free tutoring and assistance with writing applications for, let's say, an internal scholarship. At REMCAD, we offer several opportunities for scholarships. Incoming students and current students can apply. We have institutional scholarships and grants that are competitive, merit, and also academic based. We accept external scholarships, 529 plans, VA benefits, tuition assistance, portfolio review scholarships. Additionally, we are an affordable tuition, about a third of the cost of other art and design educations. And when you get to the step of filling out your FAFSA, we have a fantastic financial aid team who will walk you through your financial options. Now, when you look at these admission steps, no standardized test scores, they weren't on there even prior to COVID, because we don't feel like that's a great way to show the potential for a creative arts student. However, you will be required to submit a portfolio. Don't get too nervous about that. An admissions rep like Sarah Shoup would be able to help you and prepare you for success. So you can find Sarah's email on this Connect With Us page towards the bottom there. And you can go ahead, write it down, take a picture of it. Also follow us on Instagram, cruise our website. And when you find the open house page, RSVP for 12/12/20 to meet the chairs of all of our departments. You can learn and win prizes. And then we'll also be able to show you more examples of how with collaboration and creativity, all things are possible. REMCAD would be thrilled to be part of your significant accomplishment of earning your BFA degree. And we anticipate you to inquire further with us. Best wishes and thank you for your attention.
Great. So last up is Susie from Savannah College of Art and Design.
Sure. Hey, everybody. So my name is Susie. I am an assistant director of admission at SCAD, otherwise known as the Savannah College of Art and Design. So just to get started, give you guys a little bit of information on the history of SCAD. SCAD was founded in 1978 in this one building here, Carroll College in Savannah, Georgia. Since then, we have grown to become the most comprehensive and connected art and design university in the world, with a campus location in Atlanta, Georgia now, a study abroad location in Lacoste, France. We still have our Savannah location with actually 84 buildings now, spread throughout downtown historic Savannah. And then we have 2 online learning programs, which I will go over the difference between these two a little bit later on in the presentation. We do have about 15,000 students enrolled currently at SCAD. Students are coming from all 50 states, and students are coming from more than 100 countries. So the current international student body percentage on our campus is actually 25%. A quarter of our students are coming from or currently learning at SCAD from another country. I think that's pretty important as cultural inspiration and influence kind of pertains to art and design. It's a big deal, and it's a huge part of the foundation of what we do. So we are definitely proud and excited to offer that aspect of SCAD, kind of the global connection aspect. So we also are proud of the fact that we are the largest art and design school in the nation at this time. We have 44 major programs and more than 75 minor options. So we do everything from more of the fine arts like painting and photography and illustration to some more design-oriented degrees, such as industrial design, UX design, user experience design. Google actually came to SCAD and created that major curriculum program for us. So that's kind of a fun one. We also have themed entertainment design at the master's level. That is theme park entertainment design. The newest major programs, 2 that I'm pretty excited about, one of those being Business of Beauty and Fragrance. This is a business degree, and it's kind of looking at the industry aspects of the beauty and fragrance industry. So that's about a $50 billion industry right now. We're kind of teaching you guys the marketing tactics behind that. So we also have the other one I was excited about, newer immersive reality. So more important than ever right now. This is actually our 3rd year doing immersive reality, and that's going to be your augmented and virtual reality concepts. So one of my favorite parts about this is not only how many major programs we have, but the cross collaboration between the major programs is really not just cool, but it's very beneficial to you as a student. So to give an example of this, one of our graduates, Christopher John Rogers, he graduated from SCAD with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion. He has actually gone on to create his own clothing label. It's doing very well. He has styled Lizzo, Michelle Obama, a couple other cool people. And he created this fashion line. What I think is pretty unique about this is that that's his clothing company right there. This is all SCAD alum. These are people that Christopher John Rogers graduated with, and not just within that fashion program, but you have industrial design represented, dramatic writing, fashion marketing, and management. So it's kind of an interesting look at how we collaborate at SCAD, and also the fact that you do graduate with kind of a built-in network of people going into the same or a similar industry to you. We do believe that helps correlate to our really high job placement rate. So we currently have a 99% alumni employment rate. Within 10 months of graduation, 99% of SCAD grads were employed seeking a higher degree or both at one time. Of that 99%, 91% reported being employed in a creative field, or major program or something closely related. We are an art and design school, but we do still have athletic programs. So we don't have football or basketball actually, but we do have an equestrian program. We have lacrosse, we have soccer, we have volleyball, we have swimming, we have bowling. So we have quite a few things going on, as well as our clubs and organizations. If you're interested in the idea of trying out SCAD prior to becoming a SCAD student, you could come to SCAD for summer programs. We do offer these to freshmen, sophomores, and juniors in high school. So we can always follow up and talk more about that later. Another fun opportunity is our virtual series, Best in Gusto. So we're featuring industry professionals and having conversations with them pretty much every night. Most of these are open to public. So if you go to scad.edu, you should be able to find some information about that. If this does, I'm going to skip over the virtual learning aspects for a minute, the two different campuses. If SCAD does seem like a good fit for you though, the way to apply, you can either apply through Common App or through our SCAD website. It is scad.edu/apply. Once you do apply, and that just means submitting about a 10-minute application, we pair you with an assigned admission advisor. That person will also function as your SCAD financial advisor. They should be able to help you with FAFSA, SCAD scholarships, but once they do have your submitted application, they will reach out, connect with you, ask you for the other two things we need, which are transcripts and test scores, except this year, COVID, we're exceptional. Only other two things we need. A portfolio is not required for admission at SCAD. However, that comes a little bit later. Admission advisor will remind you about that. Or portfolios can be submitted for scholarship. So that's a great opportunity. I would never have you pass up. I absolutely encourage you to submit the portfolio. Visit us, big deal. You want to make sure the university is a good fit for you. We are back open for visits at limited capacity, or you can go to scad.edu visit and take a virtual tour. Last thing I'm going to do is put my contact information up here. The two different learning programs, one is go at your own pace, the other one is sign on for like Zoom, Hangouts, that kind of thing. So a couple different ways to connect and learn and study at SCAD. Thank you all so much.
All right, thank you, Susie. Okay. Got some closing remarks that I need to make, and then we will send you on your way and thank the presenters. So just a quick reminder here. So as you close out of this particular session, you will get a brief 4-question survey that we ask you to complete. Again, the reminder about more sessions this evening, and then again, the reminder that the recording will be available online. So I would like to thank the Illinois Institute of Technology, the University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana, Bard College, Carroll College, Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design, and Savannah College of Art and Design. Thank you all for being with us tonight, and I wish you well there in Reno. Have a great night. Bye-bye now.